What is up, Flosstube? My name is Haley. My channel is the Brigham House Stitcher. This is where I talk about my cross stitch, a little bit about life, not too much, but mainly just my cross stitch because I want to be part of the Flosstube community. So anyways, it's Flosstube number 13. It is April the 18th. And it snowed today. Technically last night, but still. April 18th, and it snowed. It just brought my energy level like way down. Not excited about this. I was all amped up, ready for spring, and it snowed. Not excited about that. But I don't have a plan for tonight's video. Like usually it's all laid out. It's my scheduled day. It's here on my calendar, so I'm doing it. So let's jump right in. We've got whips and a finish, sort of. And then plans. Big plans coming up. Okay, so first, I didn't prepare. Guys, listen. It's been a week, okay? I had 2 people leave last week was their last week, and so this week it has been training 2 new people. It's been a week, okay, so give me a little bit of grace. So last time I told you about a cross stitch I wanted to design for my family reunion in July. Anyways, this is what I started with. Well, sort of started with. This is my original sketch here. And then this is what I showed you last time. So it's red, white, and blue banners that I found. Somebody took a picture of a stitch they were doing on Instagram. And I liked the way the banners looked. And so I thought, hey, I could do that myself. So I adapted it a little bit. And then I got the fonts for the letters out of my vintage French needlework book. I just chose a couple that I liked. This is for our last name, and then my parents and my sister's initials go here. Well, let me show you it finished so you can see the whole design. Okay, it's not fully finished. But all the large blue and red letters are my parents and my sisters, and then every letter in yellow is nieces and nephews and husbands. So I got that finished. This is the prototype because I've never designed anything before, so I wasn't quite sure how it would work or how it would look, but there are some variances between this banner and this banner, and between this one, and then I think this one and this one are pretty much similar. I think by the point I got to this one and this one, I kind of worked out the flaws in it. So and stupidly, I washed off the grid. Hello, if I'm going to now make a pattern from this, I need the grid. But that's how it came out, and I think it's really cute. Oh yeah, and the stars, which weren't there before, I decided to do, in the original sketch, I had sketched in like some fireworks. You can see that there. But I decided to do, I believe they're called Algerian eyelets. Just messed around with them for a little bit. See? Was seeing what I liked, what I could do, that sort of thing. Anyways, I think it's pretty good. I've got to work out the kinks, and then I've got to make the pattern. But yeah, that's my very first design. Okay, so there's that one. And then I've only worked on a few. let's do Wendy's. Wendy's wedding whip. Y'all, I should have prepared. I'm sorry. It's all good. We're just going to chit-chat a little bit while I take it all apart and get it all ready for Flosstube. So, 2 people quit from work or gave their notice or whatever. And so I've been having to work more shifts or longer shifts than usual. Different shifts. And also I've got some exciting news coming up, which I'm going to talk about later, to where I wanted to get serious about my walking. So I've been waking up at 6 a.m., 5:30 to go for my 3-mile walk, which exhausts me. You're like, just stop. You don't have to do it. I know I don't have to, but I want to. I know it's crazy, but it is what it is. You know, I am my own worst enemy. Isn't that what they say? Okay, this is Wendy's Wedding Whip Sampler Kit by Historical Sampler Company. Give you all a refresher of what it's supposed to look like. You know, now that I look at it in the picture, it looks very busy. You know, that border, there is a lot going on there. But every time I work on it, it's beautiful. Okay, so the last time you saw it, it looked like this. I know, very good picture with the ring and the shadows, but, you know, doing my best here. Last time we were at 13,820 stitches. We were 70.01% done, and the total stitch count is 19,739. So that's what it looked like last time. This time, sorry, I had to write it down. This time we are at 14,366 stitches. We are at 72. What the heck? 17. 72. 72.78% done. So last time I saw you, I said I wanted to work on the bottom border, do the green down here. I only got about halfway. Well, I finished the vine part, got that connected, and it matched up, and I was so happy. I was so happy it matched up. I was like, yes, I did something right for once. Okay, let's get it in the picture. There we go. And then I just worked on the green bits of the frame. That's all. So what is that? That's over 1,000 stitches that I got done. So you can bring it in close if you want to see some detail. There we go. Nope, like that. There we go. I think it's coming together very nicely. Yeah, man, that looks good. That's gonna look really good when it's framed. I get discouraged on it, you know, because it's taken me forever. And I haven't finished it in the time that I've wanted to finish it. But, you know, oops, nope, you stay. Other projects get in the way, and fun things, and bulging discs, and chiropractors, and people leaving the job. You don't want to know about that. Okay, let's do Let Freedom Ring. What have I worked on? No. Let's not do Let Freedom Ring. Let's work on... No. Let's do Let Freedom Ring. Okay, so I only have 4. 4 that I've worked on in the past 2 weeks. Because we got to save Governor's Palace. Because, you know, it was a tragic story, but it's not anymore. Let's see, what else is going on with me? Oh yeah, Stitch West is next weekend, and I'm nervous. Very nervous. I'm not a sociable person, right? I don't just like go up to groups of people and be like, hi, I'm Haley. I like this too, and isn't it so great? And let me tell you all about my family, and here are my likes and dislikes, and oh my gosh, yes, blah, blah, blah. That is not me. I'm the person who sits there and goes, yeah, that's nice. That's really cool. I don't need to speak all the time. I don't want to speak all the time. When customers talk to me at the store, I'm like, why are you talking to me? It's exhausting sometimes. Okay, what am I looking for? This and this. Yes. Where's my card? This. Grabbing all the things. I'm so disorganized, but that's the fun of it, people. Okay. This is Let Freedom Ring by Lila Studio. I started it January 4th. It's on 28 count Lugana Vintage Mocha. It's DMC and Classic Colorworks, and I'm stitching it 2/2. Here's what it's going to look like when it's finished. Very pretty, very big, very patriotic. Last time we were at 6,180 stitches. We were at 17.30% done out of 35,726 stitches. We are nowhere close, my friends. Okay, but this time, so here's where it was last time. Yes, I forgot to take pictures after my last Flosstube, so I had to take screenshots of my video. So last time, we were at, yeah, I told you, 6,180 stitches, 17.30% done. This time, we are at 6,934 stitches. We are at 19.41% done. That's interesting. That I did 800 stitches, and that's 2%. Okay. Unroll. There we go. I'm not done with the flag, but that's what I worked on. And also, yep, okay. Didn't fill in the building. Didn't finish this. So I filled in the top layer of the building. There we go. And filled in the blue of the flag. I had run, at this point, I had run out of the white color because the building uses a lot of it. So the stars aren't in there. It looks like they are, but they're not. So it's not quite done. There we go. So that's where I'm at. The building looks good. Flag looks good. Am I not done with the flag? I'm not done with the flag either. The blue, it still needs some stitches in there, if you can see that. There it is. There you go. But we did fill in the brick. So, just gotta keep going with that. Not bad. Okay. Now I need to fold it. Fold it, you lazy girl. Lazy girl. There. It's nice and neat. Okay. So that's Let Freedom Ring. Something that I've had to adjust because of my bulging disc is not bending over. I can't bend over anymore. I have to squat for everything. And the first couple of days, my thighs were killing me, but they're getting stronger. So that's a positive to it. Not killing my back. Okay. Last two. That's all I have. It's just the two. Yes. Okay. Let's do Governor's Palace, and then we'll do my fave. Always the fave for last. Okay, Governor's Palace. This is the Governor's Palace, Williamsburg, Virginia, counted cross-stitch kit, designed by Ceil Humphreys. When I went to Williamsburg last March, I picked it up as a souvenir. There you go, no glare on that. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And the sad tale that I told last time was how, I don't think I, yes, I had stitched all that, but everything in red I had to unpick. So I was actually at this point in it last time. Now this is a kit, so I don't have a digital copy, so I don't have stats on it or anything, but not a lot done. Okay, that's what I had done, unpicked it before the last video, and that's where we were. But I was able to get quite a bit done in the past 2 weeks. Now, I don't know how many times I messed up on it, but then I started stitching it again, and I kept messing up, but I didn't give up. I kept going. So, restitched this. I got the centerpiece finished, and the dog, and this, I had stitched all this, and then I started over here, and I had started it too low, so I had to unpick it and restitch it again. Oh, and then I also started this thing. I swear that chain fence, or whatever you want to call it. There we go. There we go. I started it, made sure I was in the right place, but then I got distracted and I made a mistake, so I had to unpick it and restart it again. I swear I've had so much trouble with this one. But, I mean, look. Looks like a driveway, looks like a lawn, looks like a dog, and I'm starting on a tree. So, now, the reason I didn't give up on this, and the reason I wanted to save it till last, and the reason I'm wearing my Huzzah Colonial Williamsburg shirt is because I'm going back to Virginia the weekend after Stitch West. I'm so excited. I love Virginia. I love Virginia so much. I don't really need to keep these. So I'm going back to Virginia for Steel Timber Sports. I don't know if any of you know what that is. It's chainsaw and axe competition. During the pandemic, we got really into it. Me more so than the rest of the family. And since I've been to Virginia before, been to Virginia Beach where they're holding it, and know people in Virginia, I was like, I'm gonna go. It popped up on my YouTube announcements or notifications, whatever you want to call it, last Saturday, and I was like, oh my goodness, I could go. I have enough money in savings. I could splurge, and I could go for a weekend. And I'm like, should I, shouldn't I? I don't know. And everybody was like, yes, you're single, you're young, you have the money, you don't have responsibilities or kids or anything like that. Go, live your life. And I was like, I'm going to do it. So, booked the tickets, booked the hotel. I'm going back to Virginia. Huzzah! But another upside to going back to Virginia is that now I get to give my friend his cross stitch in person, which I'm nervous about, okay? I was nervous about sending it to him in the mail, but now I'm nervous about about giving it to him in person. Because you know how I am, I'm crazy. Okay, save that. Oh, not prepared for this video at all. But that's okay, because we do what we do. Okay. What do I need? What do I need? I need it out of the hoop. That's what I need. Okay. Let's see. Where were we last time? No. Scott's Mystery Stitch. I got it, well, I got the pattern on pixelstitch.net. You just upload a picture and they make it for you. I started it November 10th. I don't know what the fabric is. I'm using DMC, stitching it 2/1. Where's my... disorganized. Okay. Exciting things happened with this one this last week. Okay. Last time we were at 18,649 stitches. That was 81.22% done out of 22,960 stitches. This is what it looked like last time. Okay. This time we are at 21,036 stitches. We are at 91.62% done. Not only did I reach 20,000 stitches, I also reached 90%. We are within the last 10% of this. Oh, we are within the last 10%. I'm so... When I hit 20,000 stitches, I was so excited. I was like, yes, we're almost done. We're almost done. Okay. This is my favorite part. Ooh, okay. All right. I love seeing it in the camera. Okay, let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Yes. Okay, so as those of you who have been watching know, I've worked in blocks of like 4x5 or 4x4. So we started here, did a block, and then we did a middle block, and then a side block, and then we did this block, and then this one. Maybe that was split into two, but I think it was one. It was one. And then we did here, and now I'm just filling in. Now that I'm in the home stretch, I'm just filling in. I'm picking a symbol, a color, and I'm stitching it until it's done. I'm so sick of, well, it's not thick anymore, but having, how many colors? Hold up. Doesn't say how many colors. 47 colors. 47 bags. I had to hold it with 2 rings. I was so sick of it being so fat. And so now I just pick a color, stitch it till it's done, and then get it off my ring. So that's how I've been stitching these past 2 weeks. Let's look at it again, shall we? Oh, it looks good. Ah, it looks good. Just gonna admire it for a while. Okay. So, we've been working mostly here, picking the colors here and filling it in. So some of the face has been filled in. But like, that's her hand, and that's her arm, and that's his arm, and that's his hand, and you can tell. Oh, I love it so much. And like, at first I was like, why is there this pink strip right in the middle of this dark thing? Well, hello, it's part of his truck. You can tell. You can tell that's part of the truck. Like back here, that's part of the truck. And that's part of the truck. It just works. I love it so much. Let me just admire it a little bit more. Man, that looks good. I can't wait until it's filled in. Oh, I can't wait. We have roughly 8.4% left to fill in. 8% left to fill in. And then it's done. Okay. Here's my little quandary. Now that I'm going to Virginia and I can give this to him in person, I have to get it framed. I have to finish it like either before or at Stitch West. Stitch West is on Friday. That's like, what, 4 days? Where are we at? 7 days away? 7 days away. 7 days from today. 7 days from today, I will be at the hotel. Instead of at home, I will be in my hotel room. Okay. I need to start planning for this. I haven't packed. I haven't planned. I've been too stressed out with work. But back to the topic at hand. Now that I can give this to him in person, it needs to be framed because he's the type of person who is not going to get it framed himself. And if I buy a frame later, like I take just take this, finish it up, wash it, iron it, just take this and give it to him, he's never going to get it framed. If I buy him a frame later and send it to him, he's not going to frame it himself either. So I need to finish it and frame it, but how do I take that on the plane with me? Okay, so we have this. Granted, it's not very big. It's about the size of a piece of paper, so it could fit in my bag, but where's that frame? Okay, this is the frame that I showed you guys a couple weeks ago. I think that it needs a mat. I don't think that just snug in a frame is good enough, right? And putting, you hold still, you knock it off, you stop it. Just throwing things now. Okay, it needs to be I think it needs a mat, right? I believe we've talked about this. Right? See, I could take this frame and fit it in my backpack and take it to Virginia. I could absolutely do that, but it doesn't fit in this picture frame. And I think it needs a mat. Do you guys think it needs a mat or just in a frame is good enough? I think, personally, this may just be me admiring my own work, but I think it needs a mat, one, to protect the stitches from getting smashed, like just up against glass, okay? This thing is going to be protected. I spent November, December, January, February, March, April, 6 months making it. I'm going to make sure it's protected, okay? I want it to not touch the glass. And I want it, like, I mean, I suppose it looks okay. It looks okay like this, snug in a frame. Look, but I think a mat would just give it that extra something. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at it and thinking, I don't think I have a mat that size, but we do have a mat that was in this thing. So let's use the mat for let's just take the mat and do just a portion. Does the mat look better? Let's put the mat in the frame. Honestly, guys, I need your help so much. Okay. Mat in, picture in. Okay. Let's see how it looks now. Right. A thinner mat. It doesn't have to be this thick. Just a thinner mat, but I think it needs it. What do you guys think? I want to try something. The mat that's in this frame This gold mat that's in this frame is just absolutely hideous. But let's see how it looks with a colored mat. Shall we? Now that gold is hideous and it does not work for it at all. But I don't think the white does either. Tell me what you guys think. Please. Please, please. Pretty please. I kind of want to go to Hobby Lobby tomorrow to see if we can kind of like pick out a picture frame, get a mat cut for it, not have it framed right then and there because I'm not done, clearly. But see if we can get the preliminaries so that I can see if it will fit in my backpack. But then also, like, I gotta be extra careful with my backpack if I'm getting glass. Okay. Okay. That's all my whips. That's all I've worked on. Let's see, how many, what is that, like 2,500 stitches I did on that one? Which isn't a ton. It's enough. It's a good amount. But, you know, back issues and whatnot. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm doing great, let me tell you. Okay. You go back inside there. You stay there. And you stay there. Hold still. There we go. Don't want to lose my needle. Okay. So, those are all the things. Yeah, I've only worked on those 4. That's all I've done. Okay, plans. First plan. Make it to Stitch West. Don't chicken out. You've spent the money. You're going. You've got the time off from work. It's not my biggest fear, but one of my concerns is that perhaps I might just stay in my hotel room the whole time. And just be like, oh, my back, I can't sit there. No, I'm going to do it. I'm forcing myself to get outside of my comfort zone. Everybody's going to be super nice. These are cross-stitchers. They're relaxed. They're enjoying their hobby. Everything's going to be fine. Talking about yourself is perfectly fine. Okay. Make it to Stitch West. That is goal number 1. I have got to be serious about packing. What I'm taking, what I need to take. I think I've settled on, like at the beginning, you guys know that I was kind of stressing about the table gifts, and I bought all this stuff, and now I'm just thinking, take the scissor fobs and the candy, and that's it. I think that's what I'm going to do. Just like really nice, like 2 things, like here you go. I think that'll be fine. Make it to Stitch West, pack, organize, get ready. Like, I need to be serious because I may have done something really, really stupid, but I scheduled myself an open to close shift, which is an 11-hour day, the day before Stitch West. Luckily, luckily, sorry, somebody was calling me. My coworker was like, hey, can I actually get work that Thursday and have that Wednesday off? And so now I'm going to be working the 11-hour shift on Wednesday instead of Thursday. So that kind of worked out really well. Okay, pack for Stitch West. Get ready for that. Check. Gonna do that. Gotta make a list. Then get ready for Virginia. That is, oh, I haven't made my, okay. Also on the to-do list, do my planner. Then the next weekend, I leave Friday for Virginia. Friday is traveling all day, morning to night. Like, plane leaves at like 8 a.m., get to Virginia at like 9 p.m. Long day of traveling. Okay. Then we've got still timber sports on that Saturday. Then Sunday, hanging out with friends. And then Monday, all day traveling back to Utah. So, busy weekend there. Still timber sports Virginia weekend is also supposed to be my next Flosstube. But I think because of Stitch West, I think while I'm at Stitch West, I might do little updates of the day. I know, who is it? I watched like 4 of her cross-stitch retreat videos. What is it? Elizabeth Ann. What is her channel name? I don't know. Elizabeth Ann can stitch, can sew, can make stuff. Something. I don't know. She does like a whole recap of the thing. Like she films before, during, and after. That's not going to be me. I don't know how to edit videos. So I think at the end of the day, go up to my hotel room, talk about what happened that day, what I bought, that sort of thing. So I think that would replace my Flosstube video while I'm in Virginia. I think that's a good idea. Okay. There's that. And is that all? I think so. I think so. Okay. So those are my plans. And now I just have to wrap my head around them. Okay. I'm going to stop talking now. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate you guys being here. Really appreciate the comments, the helpful tips. You guys don't even know how much I appreciate your opinions. Please, please, please let me know what you think about the frame, how to get it to Virginia without breaking the glass in my backpack. Like, I know how to pack things, but like, okay. Tangent. I'm going to be there, technically speaking, honestly, just 2 days. So really, I only need like 1 pair of pants, like airport outfit that I wear to and from. And then 1 pair of pants. Like, you don't need more than 1 for 2 days. You're not, unless I'm getting like filthy dirt. Like, I don't need, so like 2 shirts, 1 pair of pants, socks and underwear, but then the airplane outfit. So like, I don't really need to pack that much, especially because I'll probably buy some souvenirs. Okay, I'm talking through my packing list and you guys don't want to hear that. I'm done now. Thank you for being here. Let me know what you think about the mat, the frame for my friend's cross stitch. Please, please, please help me decide on some things. I really appreciate you guys' opinion. I'm going to stop talking now and say we'll see you next week at Stitch West. Okay, bye.